Hey, you human. Welcome to another edition of the Battle Plan Podcast, where the aim is to help you endure through challenges while inspiring you to live up to your fullest potential. My hope is that you're able to get a few nuggets from this podcast to help you live your best life. Now sit back, relax, focus, and enjoy the podcast. Hey, you human. Coach Nate here with today's Battle Plan. Today I want to talk about small things. There's a Chinese proverb that goes, "The man who removes a mountain begins by carrying away small stones." As with many proverbs, that requires a little bit of interpretation, definition, and further looking into. If we look at small things, the 30-some-odd trillion cells that make up the human body, the oceans comprised of drops of water, too many to count, the beaches, grains of sand, the effect of splitting a single atom and the energy that releases and the chain reaction that causes. It's the small things that matter. If we look at, as we've talked in the past about the thought process, we first develop a thought, then we develop an emotion around that thought, and that then turns into a behavior. I credit Dr. Caroline Leaf with that concept, theory, analogy in her book, Who Switched Off My Brain. So if we're looking to, for example, change our behaviors, it begins with thought, a small thought. If we're looking to move a mountain of hatred, it begins with a single act of kindness, a single thought of love. If we're looking to overcome, tunnel through a mountain of negativity, it begins with a single positive action. It's the little things that matter, not necessarily the big things. And too often we look at our behaviors or plans, waiting until, when, looking into the future, and not doing anything about the here and the now that we could, removing things a pebble at a time. Now, some will say, well, that's an overbearing effort. That's too much. I'm going to move a mountain a pebble at a time. The mountain's going to be there. It's not going anywhere until we begin to do something about it. If we have an obstacle in front of us, let's say we're tired, we are depleted, this has been going on for so long, demoralized, perhaps even depressed over it, don't have that mammoth energy for massive action. But what you can do is something small. Changing your thought pattern, replacing a negative thought with a positive thought. It's more than just an idiom to, well, that's just positive talk and that doesn't last. No, that then can set off a chain reaction, much like splitting an atom. A single thought won't do it. A single atom split doesn't do it. But in the right circumstances, the power that happens of the chain reaction when you split that atom is monumental. So if you're looking for a better life, if you're looking to enhance or improve your life, start there. It's not the outside. It's not the other people. It's not necessarily moving people in and out of your life. In some cases, it does mean unfriending them in real life or on social media. But it really begins with you, in your thought patterns, in your actions. If you are operating on a higher frequency, because you've done so many small things that have set off a chain reaction to build up a resistance to the negative, you now have a force field against those things and they no longer impact you. If you have set off a chain reaction in your belief patterns, you are no longer persuaded or controlled by that used to control you. If you have thought different thoughts about who you are, not allowing others to define that, when they attempt to, that will no longer have an impact on you because you know that you know that you know who you are, whose you are, who created you, and what your capability is. I could go on for hours. My point here, it's the small things. If you want to move the obstacle, the mountain, start with the small things. In thoughts, in actions. Where they're negative, go positive. Where they're bad, do good. Replace, don't continue. What is it? Insanity, doing the same thing, expecting different results by doing the same thing. That's insanity. In this instance, do something different, but start small. That's within your realm, regardless of how tired you are. That's within your reach to be able to do. And watch it build. Watch yourself tunnel through the mountain. Build a bridge between them, or remove it altogether. Life exists in the small things. Until next time, this is Coach Nate. Live your best life on purpose now. Well, that's it for today's podcast. I hope that you were able to find some nuggets of wisdom, some inspiration, and something to help you in your life's journey as you progress towards living your best life. Know that I'm just an ordinary human trying to use my remarkable life to make an extraordinary impact on the lives of others. If you enjoyed what you heard today or were helped in some way, please send me a message. Send me an email, drop me a line. I'd love to hear from you. I love hearing how this content is helping individuals in their daily lives. If you have a specific topic you want me to address, include that too. You never know, you may find it in an upcoming podcast. For more information, content, videos, and information on my book, and links to all my social media, please visit natebattle.com. Remember, today is the youngest you'll ever be, so go out and make the most of it. As always, thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Live your best life on purpose now.